So a couple weeks ago, we were talking about WWE and the Big 12. Big 12 is a major football conference in the NCAA. And we saw that partnership kind of come to fruition this past week because the Texas Longhorns won the Big 12 championship. And who was there to present them with the Big 12 WWE championship belt? None other than Texas native, the Undertaker. Also, Nelly performed at halftime, and Jade Cargill actually presented Nelly with a WWE championship belt. Wanted to know your thoughts on this, the inclusion of Undertaker, the inclusion of Jade, and kind of seeing this partnership come into fruition on such a big stage that doesn't have much to do with pro wrestling.
I mean, first of all, shout out to my grandfather. I love me some Undertaker. He looked so happy. He looks so healthy in those pictures. I'm so happy just to see him just doing well. And I expected him to have some form of entwinement. That's not even a word, but I'm gonna make it a word. Entwinement with WWE. So I love the fact that they used him in this way. It was something simple, light, showing face. I mean, everyone knows the Undertaker. What better way to put this collaboration together than to present the man that's kind of like the face of WWE, in my personal opinion. So I love that. The fact that Jade Cargill had a part, I love that already, because they haven't done anything in terms of putting her in the ring yet. And I feel like the smartest thing to do is use every form of Jade Cargill there is and just build towards the hype. And one thing that she's done in AEW was be a promotional face over there when they had other events to pretty much promote the TBS Women's Championship belt, and obviously herself. You know what I mean? She looks great. She sounds great. She's used to being in front of cameras and people. So I feel like she's a great leader to have for that. It's pretty cool to see her collaborating with Nelly. I mean, last time I checked, it's not her first time being in a wrestling area and being around musicians, because wasn't she in the same place as Trina the first time in AEW?
Trina and Bow Wow.
Right,
Trina
right.
and Bow Wow.
I kind of love that they stole that idea and they just decided to put her next to Nelly. It's just we could do that too over here, but better. So, because who's Bow Wow in 2023? and I love Trina.
I love Bow Wow. I love Bow Wow. Okay.
Bow Wow. Jordan loves Bow Wow. He's his only fan he has left. But Nelly, I mean, come on now. That's a good cast, and it just looks great. She looks great next to anybody. She looks great being a presenter. So good on them. I think that was very smart. A little bit petty, if you ask me, just because. But I love it. I think it was great. And I love what they're doing with Jade already. Even if she hasn't touched the ropes. I actually don't want her to touch the ropes already. She made a comment about that in some interview, that she wants the fans to be patient and wait. And I feel like this is great. All this building is going to give her time to adjust to what the E wants out of her to get better in the ring, so she could probably put on better matches than she was in AEW. But it's going to build so much intriguement, because just she's everywhere but the ring, but they're making her seem like this big thing. What is she going to do next?
Right.
I love it. But what do you think about it, Jordan?
I think it's perfect. One of the things that I feel like AEW was able to do successfully was use legends in a non-wrestling way to benefit their talent and their company. WWE's kind of done it, but I feel like they didn't at a time do it at the level that AEW did. And I feel like we're finally kind of seeing WWE kind of take that and kind of refine it in their own way. This partnership is one example of that. I feel like Undertaker, a Texas native, presenting the Big 12 championship to the Texas Longhorns. I mean, it doesn't really get much better than that. Not to even mention that, obviously his wife, Michelle McCool, was present, who also in her own right is a WWE Divas legend, right? We have Samantha Irvin was present on the sidelines at the game. And then, of course, Jade Cargill presenting Nelly with that WWE Championship belt. I think it was legitimately perfect. It's interesting that you mentioned Jade kind of being patient and taking her time. We heard Triple H in a press conference just talk about, when we brought her in, how, we wanted her to be prepared for everything. And so we're kind of getting her ready so that she can be prepared for everything, which I think is a very, very smart move. And then on top of that, her being in the same space as Nelly, I think it's great. Also, shout out to Nelly and Ashanti because they're about to have a child. I forgot to mention that I think Ashanti is pregnant with child. It was reported on, I think, U.S. Weekly or Yeah, I mean, that was a thing 20 years ago. It's a thing now.
But I mean, like, did he just give her a ring?
I don't even know, to be honest. But shout outs to them for embarking on that journey. But yeah, like, I feel like it just makes sense. This is one of those partnerships that makes sense, and it kind of continues in the line of what Nick Khan has been trying to do, which is extend the reach of WWE, but doing it in ways that it's cool. And it makes sense. It doesn't feel forced. It feels like a very natural thing. So that's really all I had to say about that. But we want to know how y'all feel about the WWE Big 12 partnership kind of coming to this stage. So yeah, drop your comments below and let us know what you think. But we are moving on.